Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very special day. My brother from another mother, Pusha T, is here.
What up?
Pusha T, we've been waiting for this day for a long. I mean, I can't even say that because everything you put out is quality music, but it just feels like you don't get the credit you deserve.
You don't think so?
Most people say, I
gotta work harder, man.
You really do.
I gotta work harder.
Okay, can I just say one thing before we start?
What up?
Just off top.
Yes.
We got it. The best crack coke references ever. Move on, son. It's over. How much? It's over.
Man. What do you mean it's over, man?
There's no more references. You tap the end.
I like
your analogy.
Everybody tries to pick on that, and it's like, man, that's just my metaphors for just street life in general.
I got it.
What are we doing? Like, it's so many layers to my music, so many layers to my verses. Are y'all crazy?
Yo.
I guess that's a piece of it that just ends up resonating with people. That
I'm not saying
you pick up.
I'm not saying it's the only piece. I'm saying you have reached the end of metaphors.
No, I never.
There's more.
Never.
There's more in the universe.
Why? Like, tell me why? Like, all the college kids are into that and my verses and the Clips discography and so on and so forth.
Well,
it gotta be bigger than just crack.
Oh, absolutely. I think though I do think one of the things that make the Clips very popular with that crowd is the classic white suburban fascination with hip hop into street life. You guys definitely did bring that, and you did it in a really smart way.
Right.
So those white kids, people like me growing up, were always really fascinated with that stuff. And then on top of just doing it, you're also doing it so well and so creatively. So I just think it's something that was part of the appeal. But unlike Syph, I'm not gonna sit here and just diss you to your face. That's the kind of guy.
Yeah, this is to his face. No, I'm saying
me and Syph just have we have like this history of
problems.
Star Trek and
he was the limit.
He was an A&R, for Star Trek and all.
Trying to hold you back. I remember
trying to hold me back.
Nah, never. No. Let me tell you something.
What?
Pusha was the A&R. I was the assistant.
No, I heard
this dude was running shit.
I heard that. They would have put out an album sooner, but you were trying to insist that Vanessa Marquez come out sooner. And
that's very true.
And you were like, you know what?
That's true.
I have no interest.
That's true.
That actually is true.
That's true.
I knew it.
Those are some. Honestly, no joking around. Those are some of the best days of my life. Yo.
What's up with your man, former Good Music associate? I guess pre your days in Good Music, Consequence.
Yeah, pre my days. Continuing
to go in so hard now. Now he's got the battery in his back from the TV show.
But why is that a battery?
Well, I'm not saying it's a D battery, but it's at least a double A.
Triple A. Nothing.
So you don't agree with him being on this reality show?
Look, man. I agree with him being on it. He should. He definitely should be on it.
Right.
Do you think it makes him look?
What?
I'm asking you.
Say, how do you think it makes him look?
How do you think it makes him look being on this reality show?
I mean, it's a bit clownish to me, but that's just my opinion. We have a different taste level, you can see.
You're telling me that you're not the type of guy who would like to be on a reality show with your girl?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that.
No, that's not your style.
No, I wouldn't do that. No. But I mean, and like it's a platform. A lot of people can come up off of that platform, and if you like, master it, you can win. But I'm talking about for him and for, he get up here, he talk about his hits and his Beyonce hits and stuff like that, and what he's ghostwritten and how he's living. But come on, man, cut it out. Like,
I heard that he wanted to put hands on you or something like that.
I hope not.
Put the paws on you.
I hope not.
I was gonna say pause. Speaking of pause, but you're looking a little jacked these days. You in the gym at all? You in the lab at all?
I can't, man. Like I a little bit, but not for real.
I swear to God. No, whatever.
What are you about to say that's going to be offensive when you say no offense?
Black people being in shape is way easier. It's not fair. Like, you just look like you're in good shape for no reason. You never work. You get up and lay on the ball and do 7 push-ups, and you look immaculate. And you're like, I go to the gym.
But I do. And
like
it's even harder for a woman.
We'll take that stereotype.
Yeah, take
we
that.
Were breeded.
Yeah,
we were
that was a good one.
No one born and then breeded.
Appreciate that.
Rosenberg, God, you have it so easy. The Jews are just in such great shape. You guys look wonderful.
But I want to get back to him and his Consequence thing, because after Consequence was out there talking reckless, you said this on Twitter. And I want you to break this down. You said Confucius says if a man purchased the very teeth you have in your mouth, you should never speak ill of that man.
That's what Confucius said.
And who was this man who you referring to?
I think you were going to say who was Confucius.
No, I know who Confucius was.
Yay.
That's crazy. So he was talking about Ye and disrespecting him.
I mean, it just applied to the Ye, what Ye has done.
For consequence.
Yeah.
But let's be fair, real quick, straight up. Consequence did do a lot for Ye early too. No question. When Ye first came to New York in the old days, Quenz definitely looked out for Ye. I don't think he's justified what he's saying now, but they did have a relationship at some point that went both ways.
No man has ever bought me teeth.
You're saying he literally bought him?
I'm not lying.
I thought it was a metaphor. That's why I want you to break this down.
No matter. It's like real talk.
So Kanye bought Consequence's teeth.
Those aren't real.
Well, they look a little crazy.
Oh, I didn't realize. Did you realize he was being literal?
No.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that you were being literal.
See, I thought it was a metaphor.
No.
Silly me.
Yeah, I want to talk to Consequence too, because I used to have a relationship with Consequence. I haven't seen him much in the last year or two, and I have to admit I'm a little put off by how crazy he's been talking. But
people get desperate and they go for it, man. That's why I always say about Push, like, no matter what has happened in his life, and let's admit, a lot of crazy things have happened. There's a lot of people that were around you that are not around you anymore, including his brother. Right? But no matter what, he sticks to the rap and wants to make music and has fought through it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times where
label wars, battles, friendships, screaming, yelling,
drop, mixtape
runs forever. Never talk about the people who ever put me on, ever. It's just something you don't do. It's just like, I mean, he never told anybody I bought your teeth. So you can't, so you can't say.
I can't even believe we have this conversation.
You can't say like, he's done a lot for me. Okay, yeah, but when you do something for somebody, you don't talk about it. You don't do that. You do it, and you do it from a good space, and you leave it alone.
What was it? What was their issue?
Oh, I don't know. But listen,
Ye?
Nobody knows. I don't know.
There's no like official thing.
I mean, I think the obvious thing is, at least so it seems, that Khan's got frustrated that things didn't really pan out. I'm sure his gripe would be that certain things were supposed to get done, and Kanye became hard to work with. Obviously, schedule-wise. But let's keep in mind, just 3 years ago, I DJ'd for Consequence on Glow in the Dark.
Yeah,
like he was on Glow in the Dark. That wasn't that long ago.
A hell of a platform. Probably one of the best concerts
ever.
Hip
hop.
And they have like dragons and stuff.
Yeah, it was like robots. I rode a dragon into the garden.
Yeah, like it was like they had like the whole. I went and seen it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
A couple times.
So I mean, I don't know what turned, and besides just maybe things didn't work out, which is just sort of the nature of the beast sometimes. But
him claiming that he was doing some ghostwriting for Kanye.
So what?
And types of stuff,
Did you get paid? You got paid, right?
It's different. Ghostwriting and writing with somebody is different.
And by the way, everyone knows. I'm just saying this with all due respect to Ye, who's one of the greatest. Everyone knows Ye's had people write for him at times. That's not a secret. It's not sad or bad.
Yeah, it's a difference when you're in a creative space and you're in a studio and you throw a line or two.
But that's how Ye operates.
I know, you take pieces from everywhere.
Everyone knows that. I mean,
why are you looking like that?
Listen, if you're not watching the video and only listening to the audio, Pusha is bouncing his head left to right.
He's just sick of the nonsense. He's sick of the nonsense.
Like it's so ridiculous. Like it's just really ridiculous.
Why are you? And you're such a nice, laid back guy. Yet every time we've seen you now over the last year, there's some sort of, fortunately it's a hip hop beef, but there's some sort of like hip hop beef going on with you.
It's not.
Why is everyone going at you?
It's not beef, man. It's just the nature of rap, and it's just the nature of hip hop. And I feel like, man, this has been like handled very, very tactfully and tastefully by me.
Yeah, I will say,
like straight up, it's been straight up just raps, and it ain't been no crazy talk, or it's been something comedic on Twitter, but nothing like You
don't elevate. You're not trying to elevate this to be more than it is, which is
just
what?
Rap. I don't even know these people.
Well, I have beef with the whole Good Music crew.
Hold up.
Oh, what happened?
Cruel Summer.
Here we go.
Came out.
Somebody about to ask
in the fall.
Here we go.
When is Cruel Winter coming?
Yeah, I knew she was
in the never.
It's winter. We're dead in the winter. I'm ready for this collaboration. What's going on with it?
Why did I put Wrath of Kane out right now?
So Wrath the King, that's what's the focus.
No, man. I mean, Cruel Winter, I can't, I really can't speak on that. Like, it was spoken about, a little prematurely to my knowledge. I never really knew. We have so much music that I don't know what the purpose is for it all, honestly. Like,
to put out for the people, for the fans.
No. I just,
when you do it,
it's in the hard drive somewhere with him. You know what I'm saying? With Ye and what they doing over there. But
what's over there?
Wherever
it is. He's over there.
Mars.
Wherever it is.
He's over
but
there.
I never really wanted to speak on it, and I'm hearing now that Cruel Winter isn't coming out. But I mean,
what about Cruel Late Spring?
Man, I don't know about that, man.
What about Cruel Indian Summer?
Yeah, Cruel Autumn.
Wrath the King, man.
Wrath the King.
Right now.
All right, so
now.
Pusha has a new tape out right now called Wrath the King. I was just telling
Yes.
you off the air. It's an awesome tape, man.
Thank you.
And it really, when you go through it and look at the production and then listen to it, it really feels a little bit more like an album than a mixtape. I almost thought to myself, well, what's he doing? Why would he drop something this official?
Yeah. It's solid.
Is it almost a risk with an album coming soon?
Nah, basically, to me, the mixtape game is like, it's a tough thing to do for me, honestly, because this isn't even what I know as a mixtape. I came up off mixtapes where, Foxy is rapping over Nas beats and Hov is rapping over Who Shot Ya and Big is rapping over this, and there's an exclusive that, Clue is trying to beat somebody up about or whatever, anything. But I like the new game is like all this new material.
Right.
And it's just a CD full of new material, but there's a certain standard of production that my fan is used to. So it's like, you can't just get Neptune's beats and Kanye level of production and throw it away. You can't do that. So it's tough for me, but that's just what the game has become.
The when you do a mixtape, you get the producers, because you're giving the music away basically.
100%.
Do they give you the beats for free? Is it like promotion for them?
You got to pay.
Oh, you got to pay.
You definitely got to pay. You definitely got to pay first halves. I definitely have.
You have?
Yeah.
I'm guessing some of those relationships are solid enough that people just...
Yeah, some of the relationships.
But if you're not that tight with the person, or if it's someone who maybe you want to give a check to,
yeah, yeah. I mean, if some people are they're hustling, and producers are hustling, trying to get their sound out there as well. So sometimes it works out like it's an exchange, and if any of them just hit me like, yo, I need a verse, like boom,
right?
That's just how you work it, but. You definitely, it costs money. But we went and shot Blocker in Jamaica. We had to pay for that.
Right.
And you paid for that?
Definitely, yes.
Did you hit up Def Jam and say, yo, can y'all skim like $300,000 off Trinidad James' budget and let me get a video done?
For what? That's on a mixtape that they're not profiting off of.
True indeed. But I mean, it's almost part of the long-term marketing plan at this point.
Exactly, but nobody, you can't monetize off that.
But I will say this: he makes a great point, because the fact is, if you would come out now, if they'd be like, "Oh, new Pusha," and you clicked on it, and it was a whole bunch of freestyles over random stuff, you'd be like, "What is this?"
People would be so mad.
That's why I was on the mixtape and I liked Black Bar Mitzvah, but I was almost a little bit put off by some of it because it was Ross rhyming on different stuff, and I'm like, I'm accustomed to all his tapes being practically full albums.
Right.
And I think a lot of people at first, and because they turned out to be dope freestyles, but at first their first reaction was like, what's Ross doing rhyming on beats for? Like it's almost so surprising these days, because the big artists, you give on a free album.
It's like a pre-album.
It's a pre-album.
That's what it is.
What is Pusha's relationship or fascination with French? Because you guys seem so different as artists, and now it's at least your third song together that you've done.
Man,
everybody loves French, man.
Yeah, but like I understand like what it is that French does, and this thing he calls the wave. I feel like him and his off key singing a little bit, but it's really on key. It's like it just shows me a level of confidence and arrogance that like that belongs on some of my records, I believe. Like
so it's kind of his persona that you feel matches the tone that you set.
100%. This record that we about to shoot today is called Doesn't Matter. It's off Wrath the King. It's so crazy, man. And he killed it. He killed the hook.
He just did the hook on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pusha like how long have you known French? Probably forever, right? Not even known, but known about him.
Oh no, I've known about him for a very
Yo,
long
Pusha
time.
would call me, and I'm like, what's going on? And talk for an hour just about some Southern rappers or some like just like music, an hour-long music convo about some new dudes coming up, how they sound, where they come from, what clique they in. Like this guy is
A student.
not even a student, like a
TA.
yogi.
A teaching assistant of the game.
I want to switch gears for a second because we mentioned Ross and the mixtape and everything. Right. In light of everything that's happened with Ross and the seizure and the shots and the seriousness of it, have you guys spoken?
No, not since that happened. Mm-hmm. Not since that happened. But
did you try to reach out to him?
Yeah, I just texted him. Was like, yo, let me know, you good? Because I thought it was like just a rumor or whatever. But we have the same mix engineer, and he told me that he was okay. He was just laying back or whatever. So I haven't heard from him, but I'm sure he's all right.
Okay.
He's gonna be straight. Rose's gonna be.
I mean, but that's a scary thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it freaks me out a little bit.
It's your birthday.
We had just shot Millions in the Ceiling. The record I got on Wrath the King.
You shot the video.
Yeah, we shot
in
the
Miami.
Video in Miami.
Okay.
Was that a week before? Yeah, a week before. Damn. I think that's the car that's
Oh, the Rolls Royce that's in the video.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But the car didn't even get hit. So.
Right, but I think it's in a.
But he crashed it.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Virginia, man.
What do you think?
Are you ever home? I don't think you're ever home.
3 days out the week.
3 days out the week.
Usually 3 days out the week.
Where are you second most? After Virginia, where's the place you are second most?
New York. Do
you have a regular place you stay in New York?
No, just hotels.
Really?
Yeah,
just floating
man.
hotels? You
I
ever
don't
think
think
about
he's
getting a
gonna
place
tell
here?
you where he stays.
No.
Well, I have a guest room.
No.
Are you
I don't.
offering
That's
Go get a little Jersey.
It's becoming a big problem though.
Well, get a little Jersey condo or something.
I'm hearing about these things. They should, I should move up here and it costs too much for hotels and stuff. And the labor
It's
and
not
stuff.
the
I'm hearing
worst.
about that.
It's not the worst idea.
Nah,
It's not, but I just
Yo, if you
I
have
just
a
like
car-
I like my comfort zone, and I don't like I don't know. I may start rapping different or something if I have to
Oh, you
live
like
up
being
here.
on the
It might be
move all the
something.
time.
Nah, I can't. I need peace of mind. This don't give me peace of mind. This is
So you
really
think
work.
it would be good? You would benefit you to have
No,
this place?
no. I don't want it.
You just want to stay in Virginia more?
Yeah, that's it.
That gives him peace of mind.
Yeah, I'll stay in Virginia. I'll come visit.
Up here is too crazy.
Yeah, it's too much.
Wrath of Cain is out this very moment.
Yes.
Wrath the King is out right now. Download it. Livemixtapes.com, datpiff.com. Any and every site you can get it off of.
Duets with Consequence and Lil Wayne. They're all on there. Check them out.
Hell no.
Push!
Will you be the godfather of Kanye's baby?
Wrath the King is out right now, and I'm sure the baby's gonna be healthy.
Damn right.